or not. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Best Advice Ever channel, where the best advice is no advice. And you know what? Look at those bangs, bro. They are on and popping. I don't know about this whole pro shampoo and stuff, you know? It's kind of drying my hair out a little bit, you know? I got some of that oil coming in, so we're gonna see if that works. All right, so anyway, got myself a nice little cup of tea here from the Grave Candy, and I'm drinking my David's tea, that coffee pura, or puria, however you want to call it. It's called pura. But anyway, it's real good for digestion, and right now I'm a little bloated, girls. I've been taking these worm parasite cleanse pills, and let me tell you, some things are moving and shaking, let me tell you. And it's a little cool outside, so you know. Got myself a nice little snack over here. This little, from the Italy box, got this little 3-layer cake right there. It's a little dry, I'm not gonna lie. This is a packaged cake, so it's kind of to be expected. A moment. It's good though. It is good. Alright, we'll go clean up that little bit here in just a minute. Alright, so anyway, the reason for this little video, this is going to be a fairly short video, is I have the Lillian 2 8-character Chinese personal forecasting book. Now, for Feng Shui, it's Feng Shui, or there's a third one, but I say Feng Shui. So anyway, they have this thing where you can find out all of your stuff, right? And you can do your own character chart if you want to. And at one time, when I was in Hawaii and I was really learning about this, and I was just pretty much obsessed, not obsessed, I was extremely focused on learning this, you know? And I thought that was gonna be a new avenue of income and things like that, but it's not. So it didn't turn out to be that way. But you know, I use it for what it is to me, and that's a reminder of a symbolism, as a reminder of things. You know, like I have my food dogs outside. It is a reminder that I am protected, and that for me to lock my doors. Check to make sure I took my keys out the door. Make sure I did all the things I was supposed to, right? As a reminder for me to take responsibility for my safety, and then everything else will take care of itself as long as I do my part, right? I can only do so much. As long as I at least do what I do, I'm fine. So anyway, I got the new Lillian 2 book and the new Lillian 2 what do you call it? Forecast or almanac. Give me 2 seconds. I'll show you what those guys look like right quick. Alright, here we go. So we got this. And we have this guy. Okay. This is not what this video was going to be about. It's just going to be a short little reminiscing video, and that was about it. And how it fits in today. But we're going to do this. So, I am Year of the Rabbit, right? So I was born in January of 1976. And I always thought, 1976, I'm a dragon. I'm absolutely 100% a dragon, right? And then when I went and started shopping at this store, got to know the owners and stuff, found out, nope, I'm a fluffy bunny rabbit. That being said, that's where this comes in at, okay? So this guy here, so we start off with the 4 pillars. Now the 4 pillars is the hour pillar, the day pillar, the month pillar, and the year pillar. And each one of these, as they all do, they have 2 areas, okay? They've got the top area and they've got the bottom area. What are they for? I have no idea. I don't remember. This is not an instruction video. This is just what you get, and you want to know more? I highly recommend going to Lillian to, because this is what she does, and they're all pretty much the same, but for me, I liked her way of explaining things, stuff like that. Now she's older now, so it's a little bit different, but her younger videos and stuff, fantastic. All right, now, so for the hour is going to be, for me, Yang Metal and Yang Metal Monkey. So the top part will be the element. The bottom part will be an astrological animal with an element associated with it. So that's the top and bottom. Why they have that, I have no idea. Again, go look. But we're going to go through this. So the hour I was born was Yang, which is very outputting. Go get them, you know, that sort of thing. Yin is to come in, to breathe, to relax, to settle in and rest. Yang is go out and have action. So my hour is action. And then we have metal. Okay? And what metal does is it is intelligence and creativity. Intelligence and creativity. That was the hour I was born. For the animal sign associated with that is a Yang Metal monkey. So the monkey comes in, and we're going to talk more about the animals a little bit later, but for me, the monkey is really good because that's going to help me gain opportunities if I go ahead and tap into that particular type of energy, okay? Or what do you want to call it? So now we go to the day I was born, which is a Yang Earth, and the animal for the day I was born is a Yang Earth dragon. Now, I believe this is where, if we're going with all this stuff, the connection makes for me with the dragon. A Yang Earth dragon. Again, going out there, you know, a doer, action, a force to be reckoned with, all the things, right? Just powerful and just bigger than life. Okay? And you have Earth with that. And that Earth is grounding. It's connecting. It's like family, you know, connecting to what's around you, things like that, you know. So, I mean, and it says for Earth is colleagues and competition, okay? Colleagues and competition. So, yeah, it is an amazing time of all the things, because when I want to go out and do something, girls, I'm in it. I'm both feet in. I go to work. I'm like, okay, where are we going? How are we doing this? Where's the next thing for me to learn? Let's do this. Boom, boom, boom. Let's write notes. Let's go make sure I remember things. Let's get repetition. That's how I am. Always been that way. Okay? And so this makes sense for me for how I show up and how I have a kinship to that dragon energy of my personality. So that's the day. Now we go into the yin energy. This is going to be, the month is Yin Earth. And the animal associated with that is the ox. So we have another Earth, another connection. But this is more internal connection instead of external connection. So let's see what that says. So the Earth, so we already know about colleagues and competition. Yeah, colleagues competition. And we'll find out more about the ox later. Okay? And then now we have, the year I was born. So the year I was born is, according to the Fengshui calendar, is rabbit. So I'm a yin wood rabbit. I'm a little woodland rabbit. The friolies. But anyway, so here we go. Let's go see what we got. So wood comes in, and it is recognition, power, and rank. Ain't that interesting? Recognition, power, and rank. So when I first saw this, I was in the Navy, right? And I was always pushing, always pushing. Now, did I want to come in and take over someone else? No. I wanted to come in, get to the next portion, train someone else to take my place, and then I move on to the next portion. You know, come in, learn, train, move on. Come in, learn, train, move on. I had read that in Fortune 500 company. He said the best thing that he did was he came in, trained people, had all these positions, trained someone to take his place, and then now he's retired and he's raking in, his royalties and things like that. And he trained the people he's with to do the exact same thing. Have your position, learn it well, become a master at it, train someone to take your place, go to the next level of whatever that is. Train that, go in, learn, take their place, train someone else, and go to another level. Whether that's in the company or going to another company or starting your own company, whatever that is. You come in, you train someone to take your place so you're free to go to the next level. And I always believed that when I read that, I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Some people want to come in and they want to hold on to it because they don't think that they're going to have another opportunity. And that's the old mindset. Get a job, hang on for dear life, for your 20, 30-year pension, and then peace out. But we don't have 20, 30-year pensions. Companies that have been standing for generations are failing, They're laying people off. They're doing whatever they can in a corporate way to encourage people to quit, to find another job, to reduce their hours, Doing it all the time. There's no more of that, 20, get in where you fit in and then hang on for dear life. There's none of that. It hasn't been that way for a while. Since before the 2000s, I would say the 90s. Between the 80s was the last era for that. 90s and 2000s came in. It just came, recyclable. People became what they were before, which is expendable. You have very few companies that recognize the opportunity they have when they have a worker that comes in and wants to be loyal to that company because that company takes care of their family. Now it's use, abuse, break, replace, toss aside. That's the way it is in the military. It's the way it is out in the world. If you can find a job that doesn't do that, great. Okay, now that we've done that little spiel, we're going to go into the 10 luck. And what this is the 10-year luck, right? It starts off with, for me, when I turned 6, right? So from 1 to 6, I have the element of yang metal, going in, fighting, doing all the things I got to do, right? Intelligence and creativity. The animal with that is a yang wood tiger. And what is power, recognition, and rank? Okay? Being recognized. We'll go into animals later, like I said, but this is the first part where I've got, where the energy has to come in for me to survive. First 6 years I had to survive. First 6 years I'm learning. I'm catching on to things. I'm observing. And just really grasping on to everything I can, and then asking questions when I got to the age of asking questions, right? Boom, 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 all things. So now we go 10 years later to age 16, right? From 6 to 16, or I'm sorry, from 6 to 16, that's what that is. From 16 to 26, right? Yin metal instead of yang metal. Now we're going in and we're kind of delving into the emotions and things like that. Yin metal, we're still into the creative intelligence, but now we go into the yin wood rabbit, okay, which was what I was born into, for that yin wood rabbit. And for that guy there, the wood is the recognition, power, and rank. So we've got the creativity and intelligence, and we add that to the recognition, power, and rank, which is a very powerful motivator. Coming in, just trying to really prove myself, but in different areas, not necessarily in schoolwork. Well, yeah, no, wait, it was schoolwork because I was in school. But then when I got out of school, then it was, having a job, things like that, surviving. That's what that was. So I went from going to school, didn't finish high school, and during that time, between the time I was 18 and 22, I did get my GED. I did come in and I worked and I had 2, 3 jobs at one time, surviving, having a variety of different vehicles. Mostly I was on public transportation, things like that, and, just living my life, right? Then we come in, during that time, I joined the military from 22, turned 23 in boot camp. And that served me well as well, being in boot camp and just still, doing my thing, doing what I gotta do. I'm coming in, I'm committed, I'm gonna do this. Now we go to 26. So at this point, I've been in the military for about 3 years, right? So we go to 26. Now we have Yang water and Yang earth, and the dragon comes in at the age of 26. So we have the dragon again, right? So we're coming in, and this is just going all out. Before it was like self-reflection, emotion, things like that. Now we're going out again. We are being passionate. We are just pushing through, because now we've got a little bit of experience, and now we're just going out there getting more. So the water comes in, wealth, financial success. So during this time is when I made second class petty officer. So when I made second class, I was now eligible for housing allowance. Now I could, I had a pay grade jump, so I was making more money. Whenever we were out on deployment and we had tax-free areas, I made more money. When we were, again, on deployment and we were at sea, I got sea pay, right? No, being on a ship, I got sea pay. So all these things are coming in. I'm able to now have an apartment, have a car, go out, do things, have a little bit more than what I did before, and go out and have a few more experiences and things like that. So that was and then that dragon energy coming in, being powerful, not, backing down, just coming in, boom, 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 right? There you go. So then we come in from 26 to, so that was from 26 to 36. Now we're in 36. Now, when I went in the Navy, I was 22. 32 was my 10-year mark. I extended for another 3 years. So 33, 34, 35. So 36. 36 is was my last year, and it was my last month in the Navy. So from January to February, that's when I turned 36. I turned 36 in January, and that's when things changed. I was now processing out of the military. Now I'm processing into, what am I going to do with my life? I have a plan. I'm going to go to school, different things like that. But where am I going to go after that? We don't know. So this one comes back into the yin and the water. Wealth, financial success. Because I got a lot, because I had, money saved up. I had money, for separation. And I also had money for my 401k type thing. Took that out because I want to pay taxes on it later. I'm like, let's go ahead and do this. I didn't expect to live this long. Okay, I was like, we're gonna enjoy some stuff, right? So then I had my VA, and I got my disability. So that paid my rent, and that was absolutely amazing, because then I could go to school, and that was my job. I went to school. I got to buy all these different things to learn about, sewing and, earrings and entrepreneurship and different things like that. Just so many different things. And I was in an environment that helped me to grow in this. So and for that one, the animal and the element was, so we had the yin water, and underneath that was the yin fire snake. So we go into the snake, and I'm coming in, and I'm just introspective. how am I learning? What's going on? So from 36 to 46, I'm transitioning now to a more mature adult. When I hit 40, I went into my wisdom years, and I began looking back on the past, on the recent past, and then, you know, the past of when I was younger, things like that, and just really fitting where all the stuff is, right? Doing all those things. But still having this passion to come in and be who I am and to continue growing. Okay? There we go. So now we come in. So now we hit 46. Okay? Which is where I'm at right now. 46 is because now I'm at between 46 to 56. And I'm pretty much, I'm like right in the middle of it. Okay, I'm about to hit 46, 47, 48, 49. Almost the middle of it. I'm at the, I guess I would still be at the beginning stages of it. I'm going from beginning to, late beginning to now the middle, which is, I'm about to turn 49, 1 year away from being half a century and all that great stuff. And here's where my elements are. Yang wood. Go out, go do things, grow things, do stuff, right? Power, recognition, rank. And then yang fire. So here's the thing, is that the other elements kind of balanced each other out a little bit. The water and fire, you know, water puts out fire, so they were kind of keeping one from being overtaken, stuff like that. But here's the thing is wood and fire, and wood feeds fire. Feeds it so hard, you know. And we're in the period of 9. So all this, we're in the period of 8. We're in the period, we are ending the first year of the period of 9, going into the second year. And right now I'm going from a water fire in period of 9 to a wood fire in the period of 9. And that is an amazing thing, because that wood comes in and it feeds that passion. Right now, I choose to be unemployed. I am going through, which is amazing, because when women go through perimenopause and menopause, they have hot flashes, right? I haven't had hot flashes. I have definitely found that that my temperature, my core temperature has changed. You know, before, I mean, I was inside. If it was inside and it was below 80, it was too cold. You know, just gonna put that out there. Outside is fine. It's nice and lovely in a shade, and you know, in the sun, we're good. 80, I would say between 50 and 80, I'm good outside. Maybe between 50 and 85, it's comfy cozy. Now we get up there, you know, more to like 85 to 90, it starts getting a bit warm. Inside, if it is 80 and above, it is too hot. I'm like, I need a fan, bro. You know. But so this is really interesting, because I believe at the time of my 40s, the beginning of my 40s, about between 40 and 41, is when I started feeling this change. And I started doing changes, liver gallbladder cleanse, you know. Changed my eating habits, stopped drinking soda, you know. I got my implants. I still have my teeth up front, but implants are in the back and stuff like that, you know. Started changing my mindset on things. Decided what I was going to accept and what I was no longer going to accept. You know, my F's that I give weren't a whole lot to begin with, you know, at least what I showed the world. Now they're even less. They're even less now. I care and I'm not attached. You know, my body is going into the non-emotional attachment to things, you know, and that's just, I've been there, but now it's more so. So my patience for dumb fuckery is -0. Okay? We all know my thoughts and opinions on the political climate and felons being elected to run the country that can't even pass a a security clearance screening. Okay? A felon cannot pass a security clearance screening. Think about that for just a moment. Doesn't matter what the felony was for, but it was actually for espionage. Has been charged for espionage, but that's what it should be, because he was found with documents that he should not have had at home. Anyone could come in and take them. His wife is a foreigner, right? Think about that one. Let's just think about that. All right, so that's where I'm at right now. Right now, I'm in the body changes. I am in the emotional changes. And while I'm transitioning to this, in September, I realized I can't do this anymore. I had a panic attack, all the things. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take my VA. It pays for, I moved, so that my VA pays for my rent. It pays for my phone bill, and it pays for my electric, and it pays for my food. And my bus pass for where I need to go. I was like, you know what? I just need to live simply. That's all I can do. Also, during that time, I had a friend that passed away, and she did gift me with a retirement, of which I've been retiring with. I am going to go back to work, not because I have to, but because I want to, and it's a good idea. It's a good idea. But that's where I'm at right now, is the Yang fire, and the animal that's associated with it is the horse. So again, we'll get into the animals and stuff like that in a little bit, but let's see here. What do we have for? So we've done metal, water, wood, and fire. You know what we haven't done? No, we didn't. Oh, fire. I didn't tell you about fire, did I? No, I did not. I told you about wood, earth, metal, and water. Water is the financial success and all those things, but fire is about resource, support, and authority. And that's an amazing thing right there. I'm an authoritative person. And a male, it's considered leadership. And a woman, she's called a bitch. And she's telling people what to do. But in a male, he's respected. Ain't that some shit right there? Fuck that bullshit. Okay? Fuck it. Anyway, so right now I am in my resource, support, and authority stage. And I'm pulling on my resources. I'm pulling on them as much as I can, and I'm doing my best to utilize them to the best of my ability. Now, if I could just win the lottery, right? I win the lottery, boom. I got the money there. We can just kind of go find people who are good at their things, do a few things, because I don't want to be in charge of all that. It'll be a bad day for me. Not me, it'll be a bad day for everybody else. People see me and then they'll come after me. I'm like, keep the tax man away. So now, I'll tell you about the next 10 pillars. The next 3 pillars. So this is 46 to 56. Now, when I get to 56, if I'm still alive, I will be a yin wood, and I'll be a yin earth, and I'll be in the sheep. Sheep is one of my friends, right? It's one of my friends. None of these other ones have been my friends, but the sheep is one of my friends, right? And the yin to come in, self-reflection, and to kind of rest. Earth, I believe earth creates metal, and metal creates wood. I'll have to go back and look at that cycle later. But in here it is to kind of come in and heal, and to be quiet for a moment. And both of those are in, yeah. And then whenever we go from, that's 56 to 66. And then 66 goes to 76. Okay, so we're on our 20-year cycle here. 56, 66, do this. 66, 76. It is the yang fire, yang metal, and monkey. So now we're coming back and doing things. We're having that last push. That last thing that I'm going to do. That last, hurrah or a Goonies thing, whatever you want to call it. There is this action is to be taken. The fire, resource, support, and authority. Then we go to yang metal. Metal comes in intelligence, creativity. There's a little bit more in here on another one, but no, it isn't. So we take these. We take that power and that drive, and we resource. We go through. We network with people, and passing on what I know. I think that's where that comes in, is passing things on. And then we got the monkey, which is again, talk about the monkey later. Now we go. That's from 76, 76, and then 76 until I pass away, if I'm still alive, is a yin fire and yin metal. So now we're coming in with the fire, but we're doing the internal cleansing. We're doing the internal house cleaning and making way, making the space for someone else to come in and now take over. As far as what I can see here, I'm still going to keep my mental faculties. I'm still going to be aware of what's going on up until the end. And then the last one is going to be, the last animal is going to be the rooster. And that's where we'll end, which is interesting because when I was in Hawaii, the rooster decided they wanted to be right by where I was at. Only one, supermoon, and decided to wake me up the 2 nights I was there at 3 o'clock in the morning, between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning on both nights, and stopped crowing after I got up, got dressed, went outside to the beach where the surf was hitting, stayed there, collected my thoughts, enjoyed the moment, came back, and then the rooster stopped crowing. Both nights. No other roosters were calling back. During the day, they'll crow to each other and they'll, talk to each other, stuff like that, but no other roosters were calling. Just that one by the window where I had my head at. So that's interesting. So that is the 4 pillars and the 10 luck. Now there's more that goes with this. There's so much more that goes with this. If you found that interesting, or if you just fell asleep and had a lovely nap, that's great too. Hey, I'm all about that. Before I peace out, because we're now 33 minutes, the Fortune Feng Shui book, maybe I'll go, maybe I'll put that as a series to kind of go through a little bit. And then the Year of the Wood Snake for selecting auspicious dates and time slots for all your important events. And I'll tell you something about this. Not now though. But anyway, peace out. Go forth, live your best lives, and bye!